Today we're taking some simple jewellery making supplies, just some charms from a pack I bought on Amazon, bag of 50 for under a fiver, and we're going to present it nicely. So I'm using some jewellery pliers, and I'm going to start off by twisting open the jump rings. So just for ease of holding, I'm going to use 2 pairs of jewellery pliers, needle nose and blunt nose. Hold them, and very importantly, don't pull it open, just twist it apart to leave a gap onto which you can thread the charm and the earring wires. I've had all of this stuff knocking around for a while, but I've decided to make a whole pack of earrings to go in crackers and so on. And here we go, that's a twist again, you see? Not a pulling open, but a simple twist so that it keeps its integrity when you assemble them and won't fall off people's ears when they're actually wearing them. Just a quick check to make sure I've got the earring wire facing the right way so that the nice part of the charm is facing forward. Quite a few of these charms are actually double-sided, but some of them have got a bit more detail facing on the front. Job done. First earring assembled, second earring on its way. It's really a quick and easy way of making these little gifts. What I found in the past though is I haven't presented them to justify the value that people are going to get out of them. So again, face the charm forward, face the earring wire forward, and then take that jump ring and twist it back together so that it meets up. Really nice simple job. Quick and inexpensive. If you've got people who have allergy problems, just make sure your earring wires are the best quality you can afford. Now onto the packaging. I'm going to use my Crafter's Companion gizmo here, which means that to make any envelope, and I'm doing it with some nice Do Crafts paper here, you have to use a square, even if it's going to be a rectangular envelope. And the Ultimate Pro provides you with this nice little grid with a shelf on it. Can you see that shelf at the top of the pyramid, and those lines provide you with a little 3D, they call it an envelobox envelope. I'll show you how it works. But you always start with a square of paper, which you slide into position on there, and then they even give you an envelope sizing chart, and I'm using the 6x2 by 4.2 kit. There's the sizes required. My little embossing tool, I just line it up on the lines A and B. They tell me to do A first, then shunt it up the shelf to get the 3D effect. Always do north and south on the same lines, which is A to start us off, up the shelf, get the 3D bit. Now we're going to do east and west on the B line. Once again, up the shelf, and the final side on the B line, up the shelf. Don't know if you can catch the embossed lines, but where they intersect or overlap, just cut out the little triangle, which will give you tidy folds. I think if you had a punch board from Stampin' Up, this would be punched out as part of the process, but it works really nicely on this Crafter's Companion piece. I ought to use it more often rather than fiddle around. Just folding, I probably should use that embossing tool to crease these lines that I've embossed, but it's thin paper. It's a small enough project. I can do it with my fingers. Now I've just got to check that I've got the paper the right way up, because I've got to choose which is going to be my flap of my envelope. And when I've chosen that, yeah, make sure I've got the wording the right way up. Wouldn't matter on most paper patterns. Just corner rounding the top. And I'm going to then glue the bottom flap into place. I'm just going to trim off that bit. You could fold it over the back, but I prefer to cut it off on such a small project. I'm using very simple tape runner because it's a small envelope, and I'm actually going to tie it closed when I've got my contents in. So this is just to temporarily secure it. You see the nice little ridge. Makes nice presentation envelopes, this system. And now we're just going to present the envelobox with a bit of raffia, just so it can sit in a basket with the other 24 sets I think I've got to make from my bag of charms, ready for Christmas giveaways. Really happy with this in terms of economy, speed and presentation as a quick craft. And I even tied a bow with the raffia without too many of the hiccups. Well done, Jane.